Hello, Keisher?
Hi, Keisher. I like that.
Keisher? Yep.
Keisher,
That's
Jeer.
sort of Mainer
Yeah,
Keisher.
yeah. My mom
Mainer
used to say soda and pizza.
Soder and did she say Hamburg instead of hamburger?
No, I think she said hamburger. Mm,
Mm.
sorry.
My mother-in-law always said Hamburg, and I was like, what is up
Yeah,
with that? But that was
yeah.
kind of a main thing.
Yeah.
Picking up
Okay.
some Hamburg, you
Uh
know.
huh. Yeah, not making me hungry.
Yeah,
Gotta
sorry.
say, not making me hungry at all. It's rare that there's a food you can talk about that doesn't make me hungry, but yeah.
But Hamburg,
Hamburg, that's
that's
not
the
doing
one.
anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, well, let's talk about General Hospital then. 'Cause that
Okay. Okay. Maybe
we had
we'll
some
start with what?
stuff going on.
So
We
go
had some
yeah,
stuff going on,
we sure did. We had a lot of players back in the game,
the
right?
players.
The
Yeah,
players, uh-huh.
yeah.
We had a
Okay.
little
What do you want to talk
Gladys.
about?
Well, I guess we could start with today since that's freshest in our
It
minds,
is
and then
fresh.
maybe
Yeah.
we'll work our way back if anything comes up. But what'd you think about today's episode, Gia?
Well, I like this sort of bad connection between Elizabeth and Nicholas.
Yeah,
Um
it's a little bit fraught, would you say?
it's quite fraught, and they have been
Yeah.
bad for each other from the get-go.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
feel like over the years, they don't do each other any favors, and
No,
they kinda
no.
bring out the dark side
Yeah,
in
they sort of help each other
each
lean into
other.
their bad decisions. I
Yeah, they're
mean,
yeah, yeah.
Elizabeth was sort of trying in her way to push him towards some other, but it's just like he's acting like he has no choices and she's not really
Right,
helping to spell out all these
right.
other options he would have, if he were
Like,
a normal
let
person.
Esme go to prison and have
Yeah.
the baby there, like, which would be
Yes.
any
There.
logical
Yeah.
person, any
Mhm.
rational person would have
Indeed.
already done
Yes.
that, especially if they truly believed she was the hooker, the hook,
Yeah. Yeah.
whatever.
Well, and she was
Um,
supposed to be going to jail for other things, regardless of whether or not she's
was
hooking
she? Did
people.
she actually
Yeah.
get yeah?
Well, she poisoned Oz,
Oh,
right?
Oz, that's right, that's right.
And she did, I think they did sort of prove somehow, didn't they, that she was the person behind the
The
video
sex tape, yeah.
thing. Yeah.
You're
So,
right, okay.
she might
I
not have
kinda
gone away
forgotten
for
that.
a long time, but, long
Yeah.
enough, maybe.
Yeah, but anyway, I like, Elizabeth being mired now into this quagmire of
No,
a
just when
situation.
she's up to her ass in her own quagmire, and
Right,
now
right.
it's like,
Yeah,
yeah, I've
yeah.
got plenty of room for something else,
For a new yeah, yeah, and so
Yeah,
and it's just so telling that, like, when Nicholas calls, she doesn't tell Finn who it is that's calling, and,
right,
it's like
right.
their relationship is so doomed.
Yeah, it's
There's
very
nothing
doomed.
there to salvage, I don't think.
No, no, they had
I don't
maybe a moment today where it seemed like they could at least, care about each other, but she
did they?
kind of blew that. I thought so. I thought they
Mm.
did. When she saw him sort of, dealing with her dad the way I think she wanted her dad to be
Yeah, I
dealt
guess so.
with.
A little bit.
Although I will say this, that I think that storyline and Nicholas's storyline, they're both so ridiculous that even though she's acting her ass off, I feel like she's
It's
got
yeah, the
the
believability
dumbest
even yeah,
material, you know?
yeah. The believability even for a soap opera, it's
Yeah,
stretching.
I
Yeah.
know, it's a little too much,
Yeah. Yeah. I
so it's
find the Esme storyline more palatable, um, even though I know it's ridiculous, but then the whole, like, what parents would try to brainwash their child and send her away? I mean, that's all that whole thing, it's
yeah,
ludicrous. It's
yeah.
ludicrous.
It is ludicrous, and the guy playing Jeff, I don't know, he doesn't have any sort of expression on his face, you
He
know?
doesn't have the gravitas.
No, although
No.
I'm not enjoying the Esme storyline at all either, I have to say.
No? I
No.
love that she calls the baby Ace.
Ugh,
I
see,
don't
I
know where
don't
that
like
came
that.
from.
Yeah, I don't
You
like
don't like
that.
that? Is it
No.
like Ace in the Hole kinda thing?
I
Ace.
think it's just like when you call a kid sport and stuff like that, it's sort of that, like,
I call kids buddy.
playful kinda yeah.
What do you
Buddy.
call him buddy? Yeah.
I'd
"Hey,
like
buddy."
buddy better.
Yeah. That's my like, my go-to, like, "Hey, buddy. How
Yeah.
you doing,
Yeah.
buddy?" Kinda, "Hey, little buddy."
Yeah, I would like that better. That brings to, like, Vince Vaughn, you know who Vince Vaughn is?
No. Should
He's an
I? Is that an
actor.
actor?
Well, yeah, and
Mm,
he's funny-ish, and Seth Meyers does an impression of him where he just goes like, "Buddy, buddy, buddy," because that's one of the things he says, so
mm,
anyway, I always think of that
okay.
when you say buddy,
Alright. Well, it's usually because I can't remember anybody's name,
Yeah, it's a
so
good
it's like
go-to.
fun. Yeah,
Yeah.
go to, "Hey, buddy. Hey, bud." Um,
But I don't know, like, I don't really know, like, mentally where Esme is. Like, it seems like she drifts back and forth between being someone who might actually care about her baby and someone who's really only thinking
yeah,
of herself and the
of
damage she
herself,
can
yeah.
cause,
Well,
you know?
it would be nice to see her,
Oh, jeez.
transform a little bit into someone who is, having actual maternal, instincts, and,
Yeah, but I don't
I
know if
mean,
she's
she seemed to have a moment today when the baby was kicking or whatever, when she was kinda like, "Wow," that really is like, it kinda got real for her for a minute there, I thought.
Yeah, I think I don't really want her to be someone who's capable of that sort of emotion.
Mm, m'kay.
I don't know. It doesn't seem like
She's a complicated monster for sure.
well, she's definitely a monster, yeah, and I don't know if a monster I don't know, I don't know.
Well, do you believe she's the murderer, the Hook?
Um, not really, no, I guess not, but I still think she's a monster.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, she's done terrible things, she wouldn't have really batted an eye if Trina had overdosed or whatever, when she drugged her and
No,
stuff
that's true,
.
that's true, you bring up some good points, but
And I know we
I
don't always go back that far when we're judging a person's
yeah,
character, but
no,
with
we judge
her
them right then and there. I
yeah,
just find that in this storyline, Nick the what's happening with Nicholas is so dark that,
yeah,
I feel like the tables are turning on my emotional connection,
uh-huh, yeah,
you
and it
know
doesn't help that we've got this new actor also because it feels like he's got a
No.
completely different energy than this
He's
you
got a
know?
much more sinister vibe going
Yeah,
on.
he doesn't have any kindness in him, I don't think,
No, no,
and that's
and
unfortunate, I think, at this point in the storyline that we don't have our
yeah,
Nicholas, you know?
but I think our Nicholas got the Rona, and so he's taking
Yeah,
a little
yeah.
break. What are you gonna
Hope
do?
right, right. I hope
Uh-huh.
I miss our Nicholas, I must say.
So hopefully he'll get back before this
Yeah,
progresses
yeah.
much further. But yeah, this Nicholas is very hard, edged,
Mhm,
and
mhm. Yeah.
yeah, y
It
you
makes
don't
you realize that there's rarely a good time to swap out an actor, you know?
right, yeah,
Because we
yeah.
keep complaining the same, it's always like at some crucial point where suddenly we
Right,
have a new
right,
actor.
exactly, I know, but
Yeah,
that's, the nature of the COVID thing, I
yeah,
guess.
yeah, mhm.
Um, I don't know, I like, I don't know. I don't it's tricky to know what to do, in your own life about, like, traveling
Yeah,
I don't know, I guess you
mhm.
just forge ahead and hope for the best.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah,
but
but get your
anyway,
booster.
yeah, get your boosters, everyone. Get your flu shot, get your shingle shot, get your pneumonia shot,
Get your colonoscopy.
get colonoscopy, have a little Botox, uh, top it all off with a little Botox and happy
Yeah.
holidays, I guess. I don't know.
Cheers. Mhm.
Cheers. Get your
Uh,
what is it, the one the teenagers get now? The
oh, the
HPNV, whatever they
HPV,
do.
yeah, the one
Yeah,
that
yeah.
Brando is on the commercial for, yeah.
Yes, exactly, yeah.
With all, like, these yeah, all these words that you've never heard
Yeah.
packed together in a commercial
Yeah,
before.
yeah, yeah. We didn't have that HPV one when we were kiddos, but,
No, we didn't. Mm-mm.
we probably should have. We did evil stuff. Anyway, so
Yes.
I am digging that Elizabeth is being dragged down into this quagmire
Mhm.
that Nicholas has created, and she's going there pretty willingly, it seems to me.
It does seem that way, and she was the one who went to him first, right, when her world was
Yeah,
imploding.
she's looking for a friend. She
Yeah,
wasn't looking
yeah.
to get
Right, I know
messed
that
up
was
with
sort of
all this
innocent,
crap,
but
but,
yeah, maybe she kinda opened the door
um,
unwittingly to this, you
yeah.
know?
I mean, and in lots of ways, she and Nicholas had a better connection than she and Finn do,
Oh, yeah, yeah, I
you
think
know?
so. Uh-huh.
And that's a problem with all these love affairs is that, they don't really they're not being real with each other. The people that are having their love affairs are
Mhm.
they have it's like kinda that work husband, work wife
Mhm.
concept, like they
Yep.
have
Uh-huh.
people that they're sharing a lot more of their emotions with or being their true selves with.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And then they have these sort of whitewashed,
Right. Right.
romantic
Where
relationships,
yeah.
you know, um,
Mhm.
where Elizabeth is being like real Elizabeth with Nicholas and,
Mhm.
not
Mhm.
with Finn. I don't know.
Not so much with Finn, although, I don't know, it seems like she has, she has tried lately. I mean, she did tell him all the stuff that went on
Should
with
it be that
Reiko.
hard though? It's like, "Oh, if it's this hard, like, why are we
Yeah.
bothering?" That's my feeling.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
"This is just
Yeah.
too hard. Why bother? Like, is the
I
payoff
know.
worth it?"
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, they do seem like they were sorta doomed, uh, for a
Yeah.
while
I
now.
I don't I'm not finding Finn too appealing lately.
He doesn't have that much going on. Did you like it when he punched Jeff, or did that not really
Well,
matter to you?
it didn't really matter to me much. It's
Yeah.
Jeff is kinda I don't know. I read a little article today about people that were objecting to this new portrayal of Jeff, and they were,
Mhm.
saying that historically, this is just not who that character was, that
Mhm.
they're, like,
Yeah.
superimposing kind of a whole new personality.
Yeah, well, yeah,
Um
and it's not fair to just rely on us to not be able to remember, you know?
Yeah, I mean, of course, that character, that MacGyver was before my
Mhm,
time, but
mhm,
they were like, he was a good guy, he was kinda like
mhm.
a happy-go-lucky good guy, and this
Yeah,
whole, like,
right.
new personality just doesn't
Mhm.
fit. Um,
Yeah, and this guy doesn't really look like a womanizer or anything, he doesn't
no, he
seem like
looks
he's
too
got the
soft.
game,
Yeah, he's too soft and mushy to have been a
Yeah, and he
yeah.
just looks sort of bewildered, but
Of course, people are a lot hotter when they're younger. Um, so maybe he was
People
hot, I
are a
don't
lot
know.
hotter when they're younger.
Don't you think that's true? Is that not true in your world?
In my world?
Yeah,
Uh, I don't know. I don't know if that's true. I mean, people age, there's no denying that, and,
there is no denying that.
no,
Oh my
no.
gosh.
Speaking of older people,
Oh, okay.
should we move on to, Robert, Holly, and
Ugh,
Laura?
alright, go ahead.
Well, before we get any further,
Okay, I
guess
hate Holly. I hate her.
okay, okay.
I don't know why she would be beloved, and I don't know why they brought her back because I hate her guts.
Well, maybe she's
I
in
hate all
the
that Bambi blinking, big eye, like, "Ooh, I don't know what's going on." Like, oh,
yeah, and I feel like Laura has, like, these supernatural powers at this point of seeing right through Holly,
yeah. I don't know if
almost
you'd have to be all that
too much.
supernatural to figure out that she's being a big fat
Maybe not, but
liar,
Laura seemed like
but
she
yeah.
was suspicious of her, like, right off the bat,
Yeah, yeah.
um, you know, and Laura she has a good sort of sense of the big picture and how everything sort of could be connected, so,
Yeah, yeah.
but
I liked when oh, go ahead.
no, no, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I liked when she was talking to Martin on the phone and giving him the soup options,
Yeah.
and I would have gone with potato leek myself. That
Yeah,
sounds
yeah.
delicious.
I know you do like a potato leek soup. I was
Yeah,
thinking when she was making that call, though, wasn't she like by herself in some dark alley or something? I just
of course. Yeah.
once again, I feel like there should be
Nobody's
some
being
sort of
very sensible.
acknowledgement, especially since they know Esme is back in town. Whether or not she's the hook, it seems like everybody believes that she could be, right? So
Right. Yeah.
I don't know. But what I was gonna say is guess what song they played during that scene by
Was it
my
a Billy Libby? And
it
I
was
didn't
the Billy
even.
Libby song once again. It's always the same song. It was
And
louder this
I
time.
didn't even notice any music.
Yeah.
Was this when
Yeah.
they were at the coffee place with the
With the
succulents and the
yes,
staghorn
yes.
ferns behind
You were
them?
probably,
I was so focused on that,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah, that's what I
I'm sorry.
figured. No,
I
no, that's
honestly
I
honest to
figured.
God, didn't hear any music at all.
That's
Mm.
okay. That's alright. It's just funny because I think this might be like the is this the 4th time they've played that song?
Yes, a 3rd
It's
or
weird.
4th, yeah. I hope he
Billy
gets
Libby
huge money
Chickadee.
every time, yeah.
I don't know if he does, but anybody who wants
Look
to
him up,
check it
people, look
out.
him up on
Yeah,
YouTube,
or
Facebook, Twitter,
Spotify.
Instagram, Spotify,
Yeah,
everything.
it's called a
There
song
you
called
go.
Chickadee, and actually it's under his band name Fort Gorgeous, but anyway,
Okay,
good
alright.
to give him a plug, old Billy.
There you go, yeah.
Yeah. So that was the highlight of that scene for me.
Okay, cool.
And then Laura, when she and Robert were speaking alone, her sort of shaking him a little bit, and trying to
Trying
get him.
to, but
Yeah.
we don't even
He
know, like, it's none of my business really, but so Holly and Robert were married, but she's, like, staying at a hotel, like, there's no, like, resumption? Resumption? Is that a word?
I guess. Yeah, I guess
Resumption?
so.
Sounds weird.
Yeah, it
Anyway,
does.
of their marriage, like, she wouldn't come home to him, and they wouldn't sleep together again and be married again, and
I don't know. I
it
don't know.
seems it all seems very tentative and, like, why they
Mhm.
kinda tiptoe around each other, and
Yeah, I
I
guess he's
don't get
giving
it.
her space because she's got this big gap in her life. Maybe he's hoping that,
If I
if
had
he doesn't.
disappeared from my marriage for 2 years, I would still expect to just come home to my marriage, I guess, unless the old man had moved on, which God bless him, you know, I wouldn't blame him.
Boy, that would be awkward.
Awkward.
Then it would be like the 3 of you in your little home there.
Yeah, I'd still be like, "Hey."
I'll just sleep on the couch. It's funny because it's true.
It is kinda true. Well, and especially when you're old, like, I mean, they're older than me, those people. Robert is, like,
Mhm.
1,000.
Yeah, poor
I don't know
fellow.
how old Holly's supposed to be, but she seems so fragile.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't know, but anyway, that seems like a sort of unspoken weirdness happening there.
It does seem like they've sort of aged at different rates, I would say. Although she's,
Meaning what? He's aged faster or she's
I
aged
think
faster?
so, yeah, because I don't recall, like, a huge age gap before, but like you said, people are hotter when they're younger, so maybe they were both hotter.
Pretty hot, but not the same age, but
Yeah, yeah, maybe. You're so wise, Gia.
I know. Well, and some people like, I saw, what is her name? Olive Oil. Shelley
Shelley Duvall?
Duvall?
Uh-huh,
Yeah.
uh-huh,
Like, I
and
guess she has had some rough times. I saw some recent pictures of her,
uh-huh.
and I guess she's had some mental health issues or whatever, but unrecognizable, truly,
Mhm, mhm. Yeah.
and,
Life
but
life is cruel.
life can be cruel, and then some people, you
Mhm.
see them and they still look essentially themselves, and
Yeah,
it's I
uh-huh,
don't know, like,
yeah.
I'm it's not happening for me,
No, me neither.
and, and taking supplements, whatever, nothing's doing anything, it's just like,
No,
whatever.
no. My
Um,
My steady diet of donuts and TV doesn't seem to be doing
What's
me any
going on with the
favors.
donuts? Do you have a big special donut shop in your area or something? Like, I don't remember you being a
No.
donut gal.
Oh, I love donuts, but I usually try to avoid them, but then lately, for some reason, like, they had these pumpkin donuts at the store, these Entenmann's pumpkin donuts, and they
Oh,
were really good.
Entenmann's. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
I do remember that. As a
Right?
northern treat. I would
Yeah.
get just cookies, but yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
Oh,
nice.
yeah.
Yeah, but I
Okay.
can't have them in the house because I have no self-control, so
No, yeah, me neither. Anything in
yeah.
the house is yeah,
Mhm.
plow
Yeah.
through that.
Yeah. But,
Alright, well, I didn't know that about you. I knew you had, like,
yeah.
a fudgesicle problem, and a
Yeah,
cookie
it's
problem, and
it
a
yeah,
cake
it's a
problem, and an
sweet
ice cream
tooth.
problem, and
Yeah, that's right. It's a long
and
list of problems.
a brownie problem.
Yeah, yeah, mhm. Yes, yes, looking
I'm more
very
of a
forward to National Pie Day next week.
oh,
Some
is that
pies.
coming up? I'm mostly,
Yeah.
like, a chip and alcohol
Yeah, you're
problem,
more
but
of a salty snack person. It's
I'm a
true.
salter, yeah, yeah.
Mhm. But anyway,
Alright,
let's
General
see.
Hospital, like, so okay,
Yeah.
so, yeah, Holly, yep. I am
Mhm.
glad Laura's on things at least, on it,
Yes.
trying to point things
Yes.
out to people.
Yeah, and
Um,
she will put the pieces together. But d yeah,
and
what did you think about, Holly being the shooter?
oh, uh, yeah, it doesn't surprise me. She's like bad goods. She's like yucko. She's
Well,
icky.
that is pretty
Well,
bad. That's not the same as just, like, sort of spying on Robert for Victor, like, actually, like, killing somebody,
we don't
possibly.
think Lucy's really dead, do we?
We don't think so, but for all Holly knows,
She's
she could
gut
be,
shot
right?
anyway,
Right?
which
I
yeah,
mean,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
I don't know, that seemed like, that does put Holly in a very different column as far as,
Did she have, like, a weird Anna face mask on or something, or
Yeah,
was
like,
that
I guess
from
a rubber mask or something because we forgot
they
that
do
that's
wonders with those rubber
yeah, they
masks, huh?
sure do,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Marshall still hasn't peeled his off, but one of these days he will. We'll
Yeah,
welcome
well,
Franco
I don't
back.
like her. I just don't like her, so I wasn't shocked at that. I was like, "Yeah, I already
Yeah, I
hated
know.
you," and that
I was
yeah.
on the fence, I think, and that sort of made it, like, easy for me to just think, "Oh, yeah, I guess I'm not really on team Holly anymore," you know?
Even though she's being blackmailed or something.
Yeah, I don't know, like, how you could shoot somebody just because somebody's blackmailing you. That seems
Mm,
like
yeah,
that's a bit,
yeah.
that's a bit much, you know?
Yeah, so I didn't like it, but I wasn't shocked or anything.
Yeah, yeah. Um, speaking of
Oh,
other things
here's
yeah,
I
go
was gonna
ahead.
say another weird trio we had was or foursome really, um, Gladys and
Uh-huh,
Sasha and
uh-huh.
Selena Wu and
Yeah,
Sunny today. Like,
yeah,
what do you think of
uh-huh.
all that going on there?
Well, if Selena's thinking she's gonna win deception from
Yeah,
Gladys in a
yeah.
poker game and not incur Sonny's wrath, you know
She ain't scared of Sunny.
no, I guess not. I mean, but
Mm-mm.
that's I don't know, that was like, "Ah, shit, Gladys,
I know
you're
it's like,
such
"Oh, Gladys, come
you
on."
know? Yeah,
Yeah,
you're s
have a little radar or something, but
yeah,
no,
something.
she's
She loves thinking that
yeah,
she's, like, running with the big dogs.
important, yeah, yeah, she
Yeah,
laps it up, she laps
yeah,
it up, yeah,
and especially, of course, her fall is gonna be that much more painful because Sasha, is feeling
yeah.
like she's her buddy.
I know, Sasha just kept loving on her today, and it was like,
Yeah, so
"Oh, she's gonna about
yeah,
to spend all your money."
yeah,
Um,
so,
yeah, so that was a
anyway,
little painful, but I do like seeing Selena, I mean, she's an effective bad guy,
yeah, she makes me
yeah.
uncomfortable. Mhm.
Britt and, Brad, headed for a bender, so that we have that to
Yeah.
look forward to.
Mhm.
Although Brit can't swallow anymore, apparently, it's progressing pretty
Apparently, and it
fast.
seems like yeah, I don't know, she's not really like, her tone and everything, it seems like once again, it's not like her, I guess, and maybe it could be because she's got these symptoms she's working around, I don't know, but it seemed like she was going in and out of being Brad's friend and, being
Yeah, well, I
angry and
she seems like she's kinda like, not devil may care, but it's like, "Who gives a fuck? Because 'cause I'm
yeah.
dying," kind of
Yeah,
a
and
thing,
I was
so
thinking she could really take advantage of that, if
yeah,
she really thinks that, her days are numbered, she really could let Selena have it, and be
yeah,
super
yeah,
honest and, just
yeah,
fuck you all, so that could be interesting.
yeah, yeah, to have her just tell everybody what she really thinks.
Yeah,
Um,
I was glad she told Brad that she was blackmailed by Selena, but I didn't feel
yeah,
like he responded the way maybe he should have or could have, but
no, well, he says he likes working for her, even though I like how
yeah.
he was like, "Yeah, she scares the crap out of me," like
I know, I know.
it's kinda funny.
Uh-huh. Yeah,
But,
yeah.
I enjoy their friendship, and, so
Mhm.
I hope we have another day at least of them, tying
Yeah,
one on at the
yeah.
Savoy.
I did
Uh,
like when, Gladys and Selena were I forget what they had said but Sonny and Sasha were both standing there looking at Gladys, like, with this expression, like, "You seriously think you're friends with this woman?" It's
yeah,
like,
yeah,
"Do you know who she is?"
yeah,
That
and
was
Gladys is
funny.
just grinning like, "Oh, I
Yeah,
know."
yeah, that
Like,
made me
yeah,
laugh out loud.
yeah. It made you LOL.
It made me
Yeah,
LOL. Yeah.
yeah.
I
Backing up to, I think, more Friday.
Yeah.
Friday?
Or,
What day is today?
Tuesday, Wednesday.
Yeah, sorry, I don't know what the hell day it is.
That's okay. I know, it's all a blur.
Um, what did you think of the whole interaction with Carly and Joss and Dex and the dorm room and the antibiotics and go?
Well, when I guess was it the end of Friday or Monday when Carly was at the door? And
Yeah, I
in
think
my
it was the
mind,
end
I
of the
was
week,
thinking it
yeah.
would be so nice if Joss just let her in, and so I
And
was
then
so
she
happy
did.
that she did. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. That was
'Cause
kind of
that's
amazing.
Yeah, and it was just cool. It was just great to see that,
Yeah, I was
they
like,
could partner up
"Wow."
basically,
Yeah.
she could count on her mom.
On her mom like that, yeah.
Yeah.
It made me, like, kinda sad for myself that,
Yeah.
like, I didn't
Yeah.
have that with my either of my parents, you
I
know?
know, and you had so many guys sweating it out on your bed with a gunshot wound and
I
nobody to
didn't know
help
where you
you.
were going with that initially. Well, to me, though, like, I don't fault my parents, I fault
Yeah.
myself because to
Mhm.
me, when I was that age, like,
Yeah.
my parents were such foreign,
Mhm.
objects to me. They were like
Yeah.
Martians or something,
Uh-huh. Yeah.
like, I did not see my parents as human beings till I was maybe 40 something,
Yeah, and
you
you
know?
definitely didn't think they could possibly understand what you were going through.
Never,
Yeah.
never.
Mhm.
And by the time I really was kinda, like, relating to my mother as a
Mhm.
fellow human being, it was almost too
Mhm.
late,
Yeah. Yep.
Um,
Yep. Mhm.
but totally my
Mhm.
fault, not I do not fault my mother at all,
Yeah, I know. Same here. Yep.
and, just 'cause I have so many hang-ups and
Mhm.
inhibitions and exhibitions
Mhm.
and I don't know what, but, I just thought, "Wow, isn't that cool to have a
Yep.
relationship with a mother and daughter like that?" I
Yep.
don't know,
Yep.
is that realistic? Maybe that's realistic for some
Um,
people?
it seems like it is for them, right? I mean, it's something that,
Yeah,
like, we
but
can sort of buy.
they're fiction.
I know. I know. But, in real life, I don't think I've ever seen anything like that, but, they've had a lot of crazy experiences, so
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. I just, like it's something to do with just the different stages of life, like, there's all those,
yeah.
like, state,
Mhm.
when they talk about when you're a
Mhm.
teenager and you think you're
Mhm.
invincible, like, all that shit
Yeah.
is for real, you
Yeah.
know?
Mhm.
And so I think
Mhm.
that works against you when you're trying to, um,
Mhm.
have a relationship with your parents because you're working
Mhm.
through your own, like,
Yeah. Yeah.
whatever goggles you've got on about how you
Mhm.
see the world because of what age you are, you
Right.
know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Um
Carly's pretty good at remembering, like, all of the stages in her life, which some
Yeah,
people
that's
seem to
true.
sort of willfully forget, that
Yeah,
they were ever teenagers, so I think
yeah,
that makes it a little easier for
and
Joss
she's
to.
so, like, Joss is such a mirror of her in
Yeah.
lots of
Yeah.
ways, that's
Mhm.
kinda cool, but except she's
Yep.
less screwed up than Carly was.
Yeah. Right. She doesn't
Um
have all the she doesn't have an axe to grind like Carly did.
Right, that's true, yeah, Carly came into town with, like, trying to
Mhm.
prove stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, and I will say I like Dex a lot more when he's feverish and delirious and,
He had some lovely things to
he
say, didn't
did
he?
some good lines, and I liked when
Quite
they were talking
poetic.
about Baba O'Reilly, the Who song. It was just like it was kind of
Yeah,
funny to hear them, like, talking about real stuff.
although, to me, him saying Baba O'Reilly, like, does anybody of their age would they use that reference? That seemed pretty dated.
Oh, well, he said that was the song that they played when the Georgia Bulldogs came out, right?
Yeah, but would
So,
he know what it was? I don't know. It just
he
seems so
might.
dated. Yeah.
Yeah, if his friend was a real fan, maybe he would have learned that. I don't know.
Like, I feel like I'm actually a little young for that, like, you might know this.
Oh, good one, Gia. Yeah, yeah. The Who, they were a band, Gia. Where's Pete
I think
Townsend?
I I know my older brother used to play them.
You're ridiculous.
Actually, we have a fond memory of my poor mother, speaking of my mother. She bought my oldest brother the Who's Next album, and it's the one
Uh-huh.
where like, they've just urinated against a big cement something or other. Do you remember that album
Yeah.
cover?
Uh-huh.
And I think my brothers, we were all I remember all of us standing in the hallway gathered, like, looking at the album cover, and my mother was like, "I don't get it. I don't," and we were all like, "Snicker, snicker, snicker," like, just
Oh, your poor mom
yeah.
had such bad luck when she tried to buy you Punk's music.
I know, we were terrible to her. Uh, I know. She
Mm,
was nothing but kind to us, but
nothing but kind.
anyway.
Yep.
Yeah,
Uh,
Baba O'Reilly. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, I'm afraid I do know that Who reference.
I know you do. So
Yeah.
yeah, I did like that whole scene, and I thought
Okay.
it was funny when she called Brick, and I guess that did make sense for her to call Brick and not Sonny, I suppose.
Carly, you mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And then what did you think of Nina? Her,
Oh,
what
what
sh
a Budinsky. Oh my
I
god. What
know.
a,
She
like,
just seems
Snoopy
like
Snoop Snooper, yeah.
yeah, she just seems like she really is just trying to stir up trouble, and then
Yeah, and
her
Sonny keeps
stupid
trying to, like
act.
yeah.
Yeah,
"Well,
he's
you're
gotta
gonna
feel
think
like
I'm blah, blah, blah." It's like,
yeah,
"Yeah,
yeah.
yeah."
I don't know how
Gets a
long
little
he's gonna be
tiresome.
patient with that, that stupid stuff. She's
Yeah,
just making
yeah.
Carly look better, I think, at this point,
Right, 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 yeah. I
because
think
Carly
Carly should
doesn't
have
pull
a
that
big
shit.
ol' affair with Brick. I'd like Carly and
Yeah.
Brick way more than Carly and Drew.
Way better, yeah. Yeah, I would
Way.
too.
Be
Way,
pretty
way.
hot, actually. I like
Yeah.
Brick.
Yeah,
Um,
he likes Carly.
yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be exciting for him when he goes back to the sports world, talking about
Sonny would never let that happen, though. He would wind up on the Pennsylvania side of the river.
uh, um, but yeah, no, Nina was just, like, over the top with that whole, like, just lurking around every
Yeah.
corner,
Yeah.
everywhere. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Oh,
mincing around, and they're like, "Oh, but
yeah. Yeah.
Sonny." Like, oh,
I know.
god,
That's
unbearable.
yeah. It
Yeah.
is unbearable. Yeah. Yeah.
Speaking of unbearable,
Uh-huh.
we had Drew
Yeah. Oh,
Drew and Michael and Willow and
yeah.
Leo
Leo,
happen
and
in
he
there.
makes everybody, even he makes poor little Leo, less interesting, it's like
I feel like Leo was the only thing that elevated that whole scene,
Leo's like,
you
"I
know?
can't work with this guy."
Like, he just runs off, yeah. I loved how he just runs off. Um, yeah, Leo is special. Leo is very
Mhm.
special. I hope he
Yeah.
stays on there and we get to see how he
Him
grows
grow,
up a little
yeah.
bit.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
Robin, because we got Robin, like, the same
Yeah, very
actress, like,
young. Yeah,
throughout her childhood.
yeah. But,
Yeah.
yeah, Drew was unbearable, and now they're trying to insert him into the
Yeah.
storyline with Willow. It's like,
Yeah.
why? Like, do you
Uh-huh.
not have a storyline for this guy, you know?
Yeah.
If you don't, maybe he should go away somewhere.
Yeah, yeah, and when he talks about, like, family and all that bullshit, it's like, when are you ever with your
I know he's
child?
like, "Oh,
You know
yes, scout," and, like, ugh,
you know?
yeah,
Oh god, yeah, and Willow
yeah.
continues to seem very robust to me. I
She
don't
looks
know.
good, she looks good, I know.
Yeah, and just having that long conversation with him, I thought, "God, anybody else would pass out now," you know? But
That what he does to people, they just pass out.
yeah, I would
Um,
just, like, faint to get out of the conversation.
yeah, so that wasn't great, but so we see what they're doing there with the
Yeah.
flashing back. I'd kind of forgotten that
Yeah,
Drew had
right.
heard Carly talking about that
Yeah,
maternity test?
but as far as he
Maternity test?
knows, what Carly told him is that Nina is not Willow's mom, and he probably would mention to her well, no, he doesn't know why she's looking, so if he
Mm,
knew that she needed a bone
right.
marrow, then he would
That'll probably be
share.
how eventually it'll have to be revealed,
Yeah,
and that will be a bone of contention between he and Carly,
yeah,
um,
mhm.
the fact that she lied about that,
Yeah, yeah,
probably.
mhm, yeah, and it's delaying Willow's treatment, so
Right, right, yeah.
yeah, so
But
Michael
if Willow
suddenly
weren't
will
so
hate his mother too, right?
yeah, but if Willow weren't so hell-bent on keeping everything a secret,
Yeah,
we could move
mhm,
this whole thing along.
right, right, yeah. Well,
Tiresome.
if Michael's gonna launch this bone marrow drive, right, or something like that, what he
Yeah.
was talking about, then I don't know, I would think that would raise some suspicion among the people he knows, right? I don't
Yeah,
know.
they'd be like, "What's a sudden interest in bone
Yeah,
marrow?" Like,
yeah,
"You
so
are you doing keto? You doing keto, man?"
Oh god,
Mm.
so
So,
yeah,
yeah, that was kinda yucky other than
yeah,
Leo.
yeah,
Um, what else did
mhm.
we have? We had a lot of Sam and Dante today.
Yeah, and
I don't
Sam
know
was
how
a
you felt
little
about
bit
that.
well, her wardrobe was a bit more like old Sam.
Old Sam, yeah, leather jacket, black shirt,
Mhm.
jeans
Yeah,
Sam.
yeah,
She looked very pretty. It's like whatever she had done to her face finally healed up.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
because for a while there, she was I mean, she still looks like something happened to her
Yeah,
lip. She's a
like
little bit
something happened is right, yeah.
yeah, a little bit Kardashian in the lips,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
pretty. Um,
Mhm. But that was all unnecessary, I think. It just is a bummer when people go through those procedures and
I know. I feel bad for them feeling like they have to do that to
Yeah,
stay
yeah.
viable.
Mhm.
Pressure
Yeah.
must be very strong. But anyway, I feel like is that connected? Like she's suddenly kinda become more of a PI, and so she goes back to the old wardrobe and is
Yeah, maybe,
less
maybe.
girlfriendy or something, but
Uh-huh.
I
That
don't
would be
know.
good if she sorta went back to her true nature, because I think that would
Yeah,
make her way more interesting to Dante, it seems
right,
like that's
rather
the
than
kinda
just the chiffon
Yeah,
dress girlfriend,
yeah,
yeah.
uh-huh, right.
I guess
So,
they weren't really chiffon, but,
but they were fluffy.
they were fluffy, they were not Sam
No,
oriented.
no.
But so they had that, and they had them talking about the house and blah bitty blah bitty
Mhm.
blah, and the blended family
Yeah.
concept, blah bitty blah bitty.
Yeah,
Uh,
not very interesting. I much prefer Dante just doing his thing.
yeah, Yeah. What else did we have? Did we anything else exciting?
Um, hmm. Gosh, I feel like we're missing something big, but
I know, did we? So, it was a whole lot of Nicholas and
there was a
Esme and
lot of that.
Elizabeth and
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. A lot
Mm,
of Esme talking to herself and her
Ace.
baby.
Yeah.
Ace, buddy.
Ace.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
So,
maybe that's it. I don't know. Maybe we got
yeah.
nothing too exciting to say about it all.
Yeah, it was Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So I think the biggest thing was that Carly was helping Joss. That was one of the most exciting sort of developments.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. I enjoyed that. I thought they overdid um let's get Josh to help him help with his pillows so they'd be in a
Yeah.
compromising position. You know, it
Yeah.
was like,
Uh-huh.
all
Uh-huh.
right, we got it. We got
Right.
it. You know, it
Right.
was like,
Yeah.
okay,
Mhm.
a little heavy handed.
Yeah.
Um,
I
but
agree.
it is kind of sweet. Like I like the silly, he's got a fever, silly things he's
So
saying
he's
kind
just
of
being
stuff. So,
honest. He's just
yeah.
no filter anymore.
Yeah, that's kind of cute. Um,
Mhm.
um, if I were her, I'd be like, you're sweating all over my bed." I'd be like kind of disgusted with that whole aspect of it.
Mhm. Yeah, but she's
And
tough.
I guess so. I guess you can use some kind of laundry product to
Yeah, she could just
get
buy a
rid of
new
the
set of whatever.
get rid of
So,
that. I guess so if you're Richie Rich, you'd buy
yeah.
a new set of
Mhm.
stuff.
Yeah. Eventually, Trina and Cam are gonna have to trickle back into her life, while
One
this
would
is going
think,
on.
one would think, yeah.
Mhm.
Um, and
So
she's gonna have to go to classes and stuff, right?
yeah, I mean, as Laura was wearing the same outfit the whole time, so as far as we know, this is like one day,
One
I guess,
day, I guess, yeah. Yeah.
um, but yeah, she is
Well,
gonna have
he's
to go
bound
back.
to be discovered, and now we've got the phone Leo thing, the phone that
Yeah,
Michael's found, so he'll know
mhm,
something's up. I don't
yeah,
know how
yeah,
important that is that Michael's found the phone,
right, yeah,
but
well, he does still feel probably some sort of obligation to Dex because he
right.
he got him into this.
Well, is he still employing Dex,
I
as
don't
far
think
as we know?
so.
Oh,
I
no,
don't
they parted ways?
I think so, right? He gave him a big check, right, and told
Yeah,
him
he
he
was
could
trying to he
stop.
gave him the option to stop, but I thought he wanted to continue.
Yeah, I don't remember now. Yeah, you might be right.
Mm,
Maybe he is
mm,
continuing, but I don't know. Huh.
I don't either, but
Yeah.
anyway.
Anyway, yeah.
Anyway, well,
Anywho,
we probably said enough, I
I think
guess.
we have, Gia. I think we have.
Alright, okay. Um,
Oh, okay.
well, we'll hope for something exciting in our next couple days, and,
Yeah. Yeah, lots could happen, I guess.
yeah, yeah, and I don't know, I guess, like, this Nicholas we complained about this Nicholas a lot, but now we want him back, you know?
We're such
Isn't that
fools.
funny? We are
It is
fools.
funny, but now, like, and then especially because we know that he and Sonny are friends in real life and they dance
Yes,
together. It's
they
just
do
like,
dance
how
a
can you
lot.
take him away from
Yeah,
Sonny, you
I
know?
know. Well, he's got the Rona, they don't want him near anybody, they don't want
Yeah.
him dancing with Sonny. I hope they
Did you
didn't
see the
dance too
one
close.
did you see the one where they danced together, like, wearing sweatpants and they had their shirts
Yeah, and there
that
was, like,
was
a woman in between them for a little while, and yeah,
that was pretty cute.
yeah,
Uh,
that
they're
was very
silly,
funny. It their
silly.
friendship is very cute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice.
They both seem up for anything with the Instagram
Mhm.
account. Yeah,
Mhm.
it's
Yeah. Yeah.
it's amusing.
It is, yeah. So,
I
we
wonder if
wish
the
him
other
well.
actors I wonder if the other actors are like, "Oh my god, don't go near his room because 'cause you'll get pulled into some Instagram
Yeah.
post."
Uh-huh. Well,
But, yeah, it's cute because 'cause they're pretty different in age, I think.
mhm. Yeah, it's nice that
It's
they're
very
friends.
nice. They're nice
Mhm.
boys, yeah.
Nice boys, yes.
Yeah.
Alright,
Okay, well,
Gia.
yeah, let's wrap it up, and we'll talk in a few days and hope for the
Okay.
best.
Alright.
Mm.
You have a good night there.
Okay, you too. We'll talk to you
Okay.
soon. Bye,
Alright.
everybody.
Goodbye, everybody.